Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaye Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Viragya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam Shikshaikatam Sapurusham Purana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradhari Kripam Buddhiyastamam Prapadde Taktva Sadharanam Charanam Bhajam Taktva Sudustajya Suripsharaja Lakshmi Dharma Ishtarya Vacha Sayadagadharanyam Maya Mrigam Deipta Satavad Vadhavad Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namane Gaur Shakti Sarupaya Rupanugavarayate. So, Shri Bhajan Rahasya, Chapter 1. While chanting the holy name, the sadhaka should remember Radha Krishna's pastimes of meeting and separation. When he chants his mantras, he should practice in the following 5 ways. We heard the 4. One is the sadhaka should know the meaning of the mantra. 2. Nyas means the conviction, the deity of the mantra is my protector. Third is prapatti, means taking shelter of the lotus feet of the mantra devta. And yesterday we heard Sharnagati. I am a jiva who is suffering and therefore I surrender to the deity. This resolve is Sharnagati. 5th point, Atma Nivedan. Whatever I have belongs to him. Whatever I have belongs to him. It is not mine. I am not mine either. I am his for him to enjoy. This is called Atma Nivedan. That's why Srila Bhakti Thakur wrote this bhajan. Atma Nivedan tuva pade kari ainu parama sukhi. O Lord, O Bhagavan, O Krishna. When I performed Atma Nivedan, means self-surrender, dukha dure gelo, all the miseries vanished. And what I see? Chaudi ke anand dekhi. I see anand, bliss in all the directions, in all 14 directions, in all the 4 directions. So, whatever I have belongs to him. We very well understand this. What to speak of my body, my possessions, everything belongs to him. My sadhan, my practice belongs to him. This word Atmanivedan, self-surrender, descends from the abode of Krishna, where Krishna resides. Golok eva nivasatim akhil atma bhuto govindam adi purusham tamam bhajami. All Brajvasis are surrendered to Krishna. And equally, Krishna is surrendered to all Brajavasis. So Atmanivedan, self-surrender in this material world, is that we trying to surrender ourselves to Krishna. And the best example of Atmanivedan is Bali Maharaj. Shri Rupa Goswami Pad told, Shravane Parikshit, Vyasa ki Kirtane, Prahlad Smarane, Kapipate Dasye, Atha Sakhe Arjune, Akururasto Vivandane, means Parikshit Maharaj got perfection by hearing. Vyasa ki Kirtane. Shukdev Goswami got perfection by speaking, Kirtanam. Prahlad Maharaj by Smaranam. Lakshmi by massaging the lotus feet of Lord. Akruras Tobi Vandane, Akrur by praying. When Akrur came to Braj, inspired by Kamsa, to go and bring my nephew Krishna and Balram. When Akrura, he understood what is the mission, what is the mood of Kamsa. When Akrura came to Braj, when he saw the marks, all those stones which were melted because of the touch of Krishna, and the 19 marks on the lotus feet of Krishna got impressed on those stones. Just by seeing this, Akrura got overwhelmed with emotions. And tears from his eyes, he is rubbing those, the footprints of Krishna, and smearing on his head. And it means rubbing the dust and smearing on his head. And he started performing stutis, prayers. So Akrura got proximity with Krishna, means the perfection by performing prayers. And Kapipate Dasye. Kapipate means the best amongst all the monkeys, or the lord of all the monkeys, Kapipate. Who is that? Hanuman. With this Dasya mood. Atha Sakhe Arjune. Arjun, by his friendship mood. Even though Arjun is very near and dear to Krishna, that Krishna became the driver of Arjun. Imagine. If someone asks why you have to become driver, I'm independent. Janma dasya yataha anvyad iteris charthishu abhigya swarat. Bhagwan is independent. Swatantra, savatantra. He can do whatever he wants. So, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Mahabharata at Kurukshetra, when Krishna manifested his universal form, prior to that, Arjun was maintaining this Sakhya Bhav, friendship mood. So in friendship, there is no reservations, right? Oh, I don't want to drive car today. Hey, you drive. It's friendship. But when there is no intimacy, no friendship, would you mind if I drive? Would you mind if you drive today? There's so much, reverence. Awe and reverence is there. But when there is friendship, hey, I'm very tired. You have to drive. So Arjun is giving orders to Krishna. Keshav, take my chariot there. Keshav, take my chariot there. Keshav this, Keshav that. He was maintaining that friendship. But moment Krishna exhibited his universal form, was finished. Arjun saw, what? He is Supreme Lord. And I was addressing him as my friend. He folded his hands. Sakheti matva parvasam taduktam, He Krishna, He Yadav, He Sakheti. How dare I address Krishna as my friend? That's offense. Hey Yadav, hey Krishna, I've addressed him as my friend. He is Lord and I'm his servant. Bas, bekar ho gaya. All friendship spoiled there. Krishna is not happy with this. He don't like this. He don't like this. What he like? He like that intimacy. He like Braj Bhav. जय जय उज्ज्वल रस सर्व रस सार पारकीय भावे जहाँ ब्रजेते प्रसार. This parakiya bhav means a paramar mood. What does it mean, paramar mood? Someone who's not mine, and I'm developing love with that person. Understand? In Braj, all the four rasas have paramar mood, parakiya bhav. Dasya ras, heard before? Sakhya ras, Vatsalya ras, and Madhur ras. You heard before? Four moods are very prominent in Vrindavan. And that's why it's superior than any other abode. Dasya means servitor mood. There are so many servants of Krishna. Sakhya means there are so many friends of Krishna. Vatsalya means parents of Krishna. And Madhurya means the beloved of Krishna, the gopis. They all have this mood, Krishna is our paramount. How is possible in Dasya ras? In servitor mood, in friendship mood, anyone in Vatsalya bhav, parental mood. Yes. Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, we were chanting with him today, hearing his Shuddhanam. He's commenting on this, saying all the four rasas, the four rasas in Braj, all have this mood, Parakiya Bhav, Paramar mood. Those in the Dasya ras, they think Krishna is not ours. Krishna came from Mathura and we are serving him, but any day he can leave us. The friends of Krishna also have this mood. The parents of Krishna, Yashoda Maya, Nanda Baba also have this mood. Krishna is not ours. We heard Krishna came from Mathura. We heard this. We are not sure. If he came from Mathura, that means he will leave us one day. That means he is not ours. He is not mine. When this mood comes, then there is so much flow of emotions, the waves of emotions. And because of those waves of emotions, their prem for Krishna grow more and more and more. You see, in a pond, there are no waves. Just very peaceful, stable. When we throw a stone, what happens? So many ripples. That's all. But the pastimes of Radha Krishna, especially the pastimes of Braj, very, very intimate. No formalities there. They are like waves, flowing. Sometimes Swakiya, sometimes Parakiya. Krishna is mine. Oh no. Krishna came from Mathura. Moment this mood comes, Krishna came from Mathura, love grows more. Because the fear, he may leave me any day. Understand? This fear that he may leave me any day. So let me do my best to love him. That's why this Paramar mood is present in all the four rasas. But Arjun, when he saw the universal form of Krishna, oh, I'm so sorry, I address you as my friend. Krishna is not happy with this. Because this is called opulent mood. Aishwarya Bhav. And Krishna is not happy with Aishwarya Bhav. Aishwarya Shithil Prem Nahi Mor Preet. When there is Aishwarya mood, opulence mood, in worshipping Krishna or in loving Krishna, Shithil Prem gets Shithil. The prem is not exciting. Or get still. Because of opulence mood. That's why Krishna is not happy with this Aishwarya mood. And this is something which is not present in Vrindavan. Aishwarya is an extreme in Vrindavan. But the sweetness is so high that it covers that opulence mood. Okay, let's say the richest person of the world. कौन है?
Jeff Bezos probably right now.
I'm in this city where Bill Gates stay. I see him every morning walk.
Jeff Bezos.
I'm just joking, don't take seriously. Once upon a time, I just, in my class, just jokingly I said, I initiated Bill Gates. I gave him name, Brajendra Nandan. And devotees took it so seriously. Really, Maharaj? They're starting sending emails to me. Oh my goodness, I said, I was just joking. Anyhow. So, he's trillionaire and so much money, so much wealth he has. But when he comes back home, his wife, anyway, that's not our subject. His wife, his children, anyone, just example, I'm not pointing out anything. If they stand up in honor, sir, you came back from office? His parents will not do like this. His wife, his children will not do this. And if they are small babies, they want to climb on the shoulder. They want to have a ride, horse ride. And they tell their father, become horse, I want to sit on your shoulder. So that feel, that mood, what any rich person, any wealthy person who is very wealthy, but when he comes back home and his son or daughter wants to sit on his shoulder and making him a horse and wants to have a horse ride, moving around the room or the living room, etc., how he feels. He feels so much affection by serving his children. Krishna, in Braj, there is complete opulence present there. But the sweetness is so high that Krishna wants to forget his opulence. And it really is actually happening. He don't remember his opulence there. He forgets. But when it is needed, his potency, Yog Maya, reveals to him, oh, you are Supreme Lord. Oh, yes. Then he remember, yes, I have to do this. Who stole my calf? Who stole my friends? Krishna is so bewildered, looking here and there. Sarvagyata Mugdata. Yog Maya revealed to him, Prabhu. Oh, I'm Prabhu. Yes, Brahma stole this. So sweetness overpowered the opulence in Braj. That's why the best pastimes of Krishna is the pastimes of Vrindavan. So when Arjun starts holding his hand and praying to him as, my Lord, I'm your master, you're my master, I'm your servant, Krishna didn't like this idea. He likes those friends who can jump on him and he can jump on them. He likes those friends who can snatch food from his mouth. And equally, he can also snatch food from their mouth and eat that. This kind of mood he likes. No formalities. Informal relationship. So amongst the friends of Krishna, one is Arjun, other is Uddhav, and then friends from Vrindavan, Sridham, Subal. So there are many categories. With Arjun, also best friend, Krishna cannot reveal his love to them or love to him. Krishna can never tell to Arjun, I cannot live without Radha. No. Because Arjun is associate from Dwarika. He's in a opulence mood. But friendship is there. The friendship mixed with opulence. Another Sakha friend is Uddhav, who's fully familiar with Krishna's opulence and sweetness and his pastime. And that's the reason. That is the only reason why Krishna inspired Uddhav to go to Braj to pacify my Brajvasis. There was some consideration, not just randomly to whom I send. Oh yes, Uddhav, you nice. No, there was so much consideration because he was sending someone as a messenger on a very big mission. Not only to his family members who are emotionally breakdown of his separation, they are very learned personalities. Nanda Maharaj, father of Krishna, Nandam Kim Akrod Sheva Mohodyan. He is very intellectual. He knows all the Shastras. So it's not very easy to just specify. Just saying that Krishna is present in you, Krishna is present in me. He tried, he applied all his knowledge. So Krishna was sending someone on the mission. When he sends someone on the mission, person has to be very intellectual. Why Uddhav only? Because Krishna understood that Uddhav knows my opulence, Uddhav knows my sweetness, and is familiar with my pastimes. The verses from Bhagavatam, first canto. Swayam tu samyati stridhi swaraj lakshmi apta samast kama valame hidivi churulokapala kirat koti yadapada pita. The opulence of Krishna. Uddhavji said. Krishna is the master of three potencies. Antaranga Shakti, Bairanga Shakti and Tatastha Shakti. Potencies. External potency, internal potency and marginal potency. Krishna is beloved of three, Swapaksha, Vipaksha and Tatastha. Those who are favorable to Radharani, those are the unfavorable ones, and those who are neutral ones. So there are many threes. Krishna is the master of three gunas. So there are many threes. Kirat Koti Yadapad Pitaha. The seat where Krishna places his lotus feet. So many million of great personalities, Brahma, Shiva, they all come and they pay obeisances at that seat of where Krishna places his lotus feet. With their crown, thak, 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 every moment. That's the opulence of Krishna. Right? And sweetness of Krishna, Bhushanam, Bhushanam, Anganam, means the ornaments on the body of Krishna is not to make Krishna beautiful, but ornaments get ornamented by getting touch of the transcendental body of Krishna. That's the sweetness of Krishna. His mother Yashoda Maya not putting ornaments on his body to make him beautiful. Or when the Manjaris or Radharani doing Shingar of Krishna, not to make him beautiful. He's, as I many times say, I heard from Acharyas from Vrindavan 30 years back. It is offensive to say Krishna is beautiful. Yes. No. We all know Krishna is beautiful. But he was so much absorbed in that Braja Bhav, he's saying it is offensive to say Krishna is beautiful. That means there is someone else also beautiful and we are saying Krishna is beautiful. What he wanted to say is, he said, the beauty has taken shelter of Krishna, that's why beauty is beautiful. not that Krishna is beautiful. Beauty get beautified by getting connected with the name Krishna. Krishna is not beautiful. Beauty has taken shelter of Krishna. Krishna is not Bhagwan. The Bhagavata have taken shelter of Krishna. That's why Bhagavatam says, Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. There are not many Bhagwans, only one, that's Krishna. And it's not that Krishna acquired this Bhagavata. Bhagavata means opulence he acquired from somewhere. No. The Bhagavata, the opulence have taken shelter of Krishna. So beauty have taken shelter of Krishna. So Uddhavji said, Bhushanam Bhushanam Anganam. Those Sakhis, the gopis of Krishna, who always, of Radharani, who always there to serve Radha and Krishna. Sometimes they want to become ornaments. There's nothing surprising at all. If the creator Brahma, who is not an associate of Lord, he is desiring to become a stone in Braj. Tad bhuri bhagyam iha janma kimapi atayam. Yad gokulape kato angri rajobhishekam. When Brahma saw, the creator Brahma saw the pastimes of Krishna, how he is so much intimate with his friends. What do you want to become? He said, oh, I can't even think of becoming an associate of Lord. That's too high for me. Better I should demand what is in my capacity. Approaching the most wealthiest person of the world, so one is a little reluctant to ask, what shall I ask of him? Sir, can you give me just 5 million, please? $5 million. That's only this much only, 5 million. This is just like dust. Brahma said to ask to become associate of Lord, that's too high for me. I can't. I just only want to become a stone. Where those maid servants, after serving Krishna, when they're going back home, they scrub their feet on my head, means on my stone. And I'll be fortunate to receive their good dust. That's all. Brahma desire got fulfilled and he became a big hill in Braj. What is that hill? Barsana. That hill is Brahma. He wants to have Radharani's lotus dust on his head. That's why we go Barsana Gaon, we have to climb the stairs. See? Brahma desired for this stone. I wanted to say something, but I forgot what I was saying.
Talking about the needs of bhakti first. Char bhav. Uddhav came.
Brahma desired to become a stone. Even after seeing the reciprocation of Brajavasis with Krishna. Anyway, I forgot that point. It's a very nice point coming. Was there in my head. That really, sometimes in sequence, in continuation, something very good comes and then forget and irritates so much. Anyhow, I was speaking about Uddhavji. Bhushna, yes, coming the point. If Brahma can beg to become a stone, I was saying the gopis of Radharani, they want to become ornaments so that they can always be together with either Krishna or Radharani. Because when Radharani see Krishna, she gets so much pleasure. When Krishna sees Radharani, he also drives so much pleasure. And what is the purpose of the gopis? What is the seva of the gopis? To unite Radha Krishna, to increase their moods, to see each other, to be together. Jai Jai Radha Krishna Yugal Milan. So the gopis, they want to become ornaments, sometime of Radharani and sometime of Krishna. So when Krishna is wearing one earring, that's not an ordinary earring. Gopis. And that's why the term is Sangarangani. Those earrings, they want to become, the gopis, they want to become the ornaments of Radharani and Krishna, to give pleasure to both of them. Nothing surprising at all. If Brahma want to become a stone and he became a stone, why not gopis can become ornaments of Krishna or Radharani? Anga Sangani. And there is another section of gopis, name Antargata, means those feelings which Radharani is having in her heart for Krishna, and those feelings which Krishna have for Radharani. Sometimes gopis, they are manifesting themselves as those feels in their heart to give pleasure to each other. Antargata. See? So they can assume so many forms in so many ways, because their whole purpose is to serve, serve, serve. And to bring Radha Krishna together, and so that they can drive extreme pleasure with each other. And tasmin tushte jagat tushtam. Watering the root of a tree, the whole tree get nourished. Yatha toror mool nishchanen tarpanti tas kandamur shaka. All the branches, leaves, flowers, everything get nourished just by watering the root of the tree. When Radharani is serving Krishna, the source of all incarnations and the whole creation gets satisfied. And who is Radharani? She is eternal potency, means the pleasure potency of Krishna manifested a form, that's Radharani. So when Krishna is serving Radharani and please Radharani, means pleasure potency, Ananda, everything get Ananda. That's why the meeting of Radha Krishna looks like enjoying, but there is a purpose. Because of that enjoying of the supremes, means Radha and Krishna, the whole creation gets satisfied. And who's assisting them? The gopis. Without gopis, the pastime cannot take place. No matter if Krishna is independent or whatever he says. But without the support and the assistance of gopis, the pastimes cannot take place. So, Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, Gopi gane edila pushti kabunai, Gopi gan vistarya gopi aswadai. Without the support of the gopis, these pastimes cannot expand. They are the one who expands those pastimes, and they are the one who are relishing those pastimes. So, Antargataha, Sangarangani. These are different categories of the gopis. So, Bhushnam Bhushnam Anganam. Uddhavji knows this. This is a shlok uttered by Uddhavji. So, he knows the complete opulence of Krishna. He knows the complete sweetness of Krishna. And he also familiar with the pastimes of Krishna. Krishna being so merciful. Kamva Dayalum Sharanam Brajena. Aho Bakiyam Stanakal Kutam. That which Putna, disguised as mother, To serve Krishna, not to serve, but to kill Krishna. But Krishna killed Putana and gave her motherly-like destination in his abode. Who can be more merciful than Krishna? Uddhavji says this. So that's why Krishna chose Uddhav and sent him for this mission, big mission. Because Uddhav, you're going to go there and you will see, interact with my Brajvasis, and they are not ordinary personalities. They are fully aware. They are so intellectual. They know everything. But simultaneously, with their love for me and my love for them, that sweetness have covered their opulence. So I should send someone who knows my complete opulence and who is also aware of my complete sweetness. Why? Because if I send any person who only knows, familiar with my sweetness, when he will go to those my associates, sweet, they are already in sweetness in Madhure. And then when they will cry, my messenger will also start crying. Understand? And if I send someone who only familiar with my opulence, वो अपना राग गाएगा, वो अपना राग गाएगा. If I only send any person messenger who only knows my opulence, he will not be able to pacify my Brajavasis because they are not familiar with any opulence. And this person, any messenger, who only speaking the opulence, cannot pacify them. So Uddhav is the best person who's familiar with opulence and sweetness, so that he can switch over whenever it is required to express opulence and to express the sweetness. So Arjun is one friend, Uddhav is one other friend, more intimate. Krishnasya Daita Sakhaha, intimate to Krishna. And that's why those are very close ones, we reveal our heart. How can Krishna reveal that I'm in so much love with my gopis? Not to Arjun, but he revealed to Uddhav by saying, Gopinam aviyogadi mas sandesh vimochaya. Even though you're going to speak to my father, Nanda Maharaj, and mother, Yashoda Maya, you can apply your knowledge there, but be careful. Don't apply your knowledge when you're going to see my gopis. Your knowledge will not work there. Mas sandesh vimochaya. Only my message, exactly what I'm saying, they know my code words. What I'm going to write to you or say to you, they will understand clearly. Don't apply your knowledge, it will not going to work there. So this is another friend, Arjun, Uddhav. And then they are friends in Braj, Sridham Subal, Stota Krishna. And they are jumping on the shoulder of Krishna and saying, hey, tumi kaun bada log, tumi hum sam. You're not greater than us. We are equal. Krishna likes that mood. He don't like that reverential mood. He likes intimate moods. So, Aishwarya Shithil Prem nahi more preet. One cannot develop this intimate moods as my Brajavasis have for me. One cannot develop this if worshipping with opulence mood. To give this bhakti, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this bhakti. Chari bhav bhakti diya nachai mo tribhuvan. I will make everyone dance in the whole universe by giving these 4 bhavs of Braj, especially Madhuri Bhakti. The love for the gopis, because that love is unconditional love. I spoke many times about it. That's the highest. So self-surrender. Coming to this point, I picked from Arjun being the friend and Sakha of Krishna, Akrura by prayers, Arjun by friendship mood, And Atma Nivedan. Who is example of Atma Nivedan? Bali Maharaj. Sometime we will hear this pastime. Very, very, oh, so many lessons in this pastime, so many teachings in this pastimes. Bali Maharaj surrendered everything to Krishna. We are trying to hear the pastimes of the complete Atma Nivedan is Radharani and the Braj Gopis. Ta man manaska man prana madarthe twakto deha. One who has surrendered everything to Krishna. They gave up their social duties, the social fear. What the society will speak about us. We are married, but we are in love with another person. Krishna is our paramour. They gave up those that shyness or fear from society. They gave up the uh, all other responsibilities, taking care of their husband, taking care of children, taking care of the body, nothing. Because taman manaska man prana madarthe twakto deha. Their mind is man mana mad bhakto, fully absorbed in me. When I say fully absorbed, that means Rasgulla. Which part of the Rasgulla is not sweet? Rasgulla has taken shelter of the sweetness, and sweetness take the shelter of Rasgulla. Means sweetness covers the complete Rasgulla from each and every pore of Rasgulla. This is how in Vrindavan. Krishna has taken shelter of Prem. If you know the recipe how to make Rasgulla, Didi here she knows. Frying some balls and there is क्या बोलते हैं liquid.
चाशनी.
वो तो मेरे को भी पता है.
Sugar syrup.
Sugar syrup. So after frying these balls made of white flour and paneer, then throwing in the sugar syrup. Then the throwing in sugar syrup, and sugar syrup covers the complete rasgulla. Or we can say rasgulla soak that sugar syrup, each and every corner. Not even one corner is left behind. Krishna have in Vrindavan, there is also one sugar syrup. The sugar syrup is what? The chasni there is prem. Prem, that syrup. And Krishna jump into that prem. Really, exactly like this, jumping. Ras Utsav Sampravatto Gopi Mandal Mandita Yogeshwarena Krishna Tasa Madhya Doi Doi. The best amongst all the pastimes of Krishna is Rasa Leela. There's a high quality, let's say, sugar syrup. And Krishna jumped in that sugar syrup. And wherever the whole moods and everything get sweet. That's why Krishna is sweet. That's why Krishna is beautiful. Not that he is beautiful. Now this is not tattva. This is a different stream of ras vichar. Yadyapi, I'm not saying this. This is Chaitanya Chaitamrit. Yadyapi Krishna Sundare Madhure Dhura Braj Gopi Sangetat Bade Madhure. Even though Krishna is very beautiful, but when he's surrounded by his Braj Gopis, especially when Radharani is next to him, the reflection of the beauty falls on Krishna, and that's why Krishna becomes beautiful. Understand? Color combinations. Okay, not to offend anyone, just a simple joke. If I'm a dark complexion person, completely dark, black. And if I wear the black jacket on the top of that, how would I appear? Totally black, jet black. The complexion is black and then red, black jacket on the top of that. But if I wear yellow, white, then it's a contrast. Understand? Krishna is with Radharani and surrounded by gopis. And this, as I explained other many times, this click, devotees here, they never heard this. Like we have phones and something, a nice party is going on, Hari Katha, I mean, program is going on. We feel like capturing some moments. So what we do? We take our mobiles and cell phones and click. We are capturing those moments. Our acharyas, they're always visualizing those pastimes of Radha and Krishna. But some moments are so special, they click those moments and then they write down. Shri Shukdev Goswami clicked that moment and wrote, Madhe Haimana, Madhe Manima Haimana Ma Markato Yatha. Krishna is very precious jewel, very fulgent jewel. But when all the gopis surrounded Krishna, their reflection, the, the reflection of their effulgence falls on Krishna. And especially when Radharani is there with Krishna, her reflection falls on Krishna. And Krishna gets this title, he is beautiful. So his beauty depends on Radharani. He's a master of instrument, playing flute, right? And there is whole Venu Geet about this. He's holding Venu, Murali and Vamshi. 3 different sizes. Venu, Murali and Vamshi. Different size. Rupa Goswami even mentioned the size of those 3 flutes Krishna is holding. How many inches, how many holes, what is the diameter, etc. Everything is mentioned. So he's very fond of troubling everyone by playing his flute. And he controls everyone with his flute. But who made him? Or why, the question is, why his sound of flute is so amazing and sweet? Now this is from the Rasik Acharyas of Vrindavan. They say it's not because of Krishna's playing flute. That's bamboo stick. It's no life, lifeless. But how the life got invested in bamboo stick? They say because the sound of Radharani's ankle bell get resound or reflect in the flute of Krishna. And Krishna claims that this is my flute sound. The ankle bells, the ringing of ankle bells when Radharani walks. And it's so artistic. Her walking is not simple. If Krishna's walking is so artistic, where is mentioned? Varahapidam Natvarvapyo Karnyo Karnikaram Vidravasam Kanakapisham Vajantis Samalam Randhya Venudhar Sudhya Purna Gopapinde Vrindaramnam Sapadaramnam Pravisha. The walking of Krishna. You get this verse from in Brahma Samhita, Shreya Kantaha in Brahma Samhita. The walking of Krishna is not simple walking. Sometimes it's so confusing if he's walking or he's dancing. His walking is like a dance and it's so artistic. And what to speak of his dance then? That's why he's Natvar. Natvar vapyo karnyo karnikar. So walking is dancing, and when he dances, all demigods get bewildered. Brahma, Shiva, they just keep their instrument. No, Baba, we cannot play with this. We cannot play according to his steps. We just leave everything. Savan Shad Uparja Suresha Shakra Par Parmeshti Puroga. They give up their instruments. Can't play. Imagine. And Krishna's learning this art of dance from Radharani. Not directly from her. Tam Tam Murti Pratitarulatam. Those leaves and creepers, when they are seeing the dancing of Radharani, they hold the images of Radharani. They embrace that images. And Krishna quietly, silently going to Radhakund, and when he sees those images, he's trying to imitate them, and that's why he learned the art of dance. Nothing Krishna, all Radharani. That's Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. So he's very fond of and very proud of, pride of flute. But the echo of Radharani's ankle bell, the sound in the flute of Krishna, that's Ras Vichar. So Krishna existence is only because of Radharani. When Radharani is not present, there is no existence. Who said this? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bole tu bina kahan rasa, tu lagi mora barajavasa. Oh Radhe, without you, where is Ras? No Ras. When Radharani leaves Ras, everything's finished. Tuhu lagi mora brajavas. Without, only because of you, I'm in Braj. I'm staying in Braj. Otherwise, there is no purpose staying here. You are my life. I can't survive without you. That's extreme Atmanivedan. Bali Maharaj Atmanivedan, very high, very superior, no doubt. He surrendered everything. Can we surrender our possessions just like this in 1 second? No. Gurudev, my all possessions is yours, but I will keep the key or the password of my locker with me. I'm yours, and my possessions is also yours. But wait a minute, the password of my locker, electronic locker, I will not give you. What is yours? It's not a story, but imagine the glories of Shri Maharaj without delaying for 1 second. And even though his Gurudev Shukracharya warned him that you will lose everything if you give any charity to this Brahmin, because he is Vishnu. Hearing this, without even a delay of 1 second, Bali Maharaj said, please take everything. And also take me. Place your lotus feet on my head. I am yours and all my possessions is yours. Manasa deha geha jo kichu more arpilu tu apade nanda kishore. I surrender my family, my house. Can anyone do this? So Bali Maharaj, from him, this point of Atma Nivedan, self-surrender starts from this point. But this is only one point. There's so many other self-surrenders, more superior and higher than that. The surrender, self-surrender, Atma Nivedan of Bali Maharaj is neutral self-surrender, not with, mixed with, or endowed with any other rasa. So comparison is given. The self-surrender of Bali Maharaj and the self-surrender of Rukmani. the queen, the first queen of Krishna in Dwarika. She also performed self-surrender, Atmanivedan. She never ever saw Krishna, but she was in love with Krishna. How you can fall in love with someone if you don't see? Huh?
Hearing.
Yes. Very strange, huh? I will only love you when I will see you. Rukmini never demanded like this. But she wanted to marry Krishna only. She never ever heard about, saw Krishna. How she got attracted? By hearing about him. And she expressed this in that letter. She wrote a letter. So the system of messages is also from Dwapar Yuga. She wrote one letter. Shutva gunan bhuvan sundar shunvatam te. Oh Bhuvan Sundar, I heard about you. You are very beautiful. I only heard about your glories. Rukmani, fall in love with you. Please come and accept me upon to marry you. Just by hearing the qualities of Krishna, she got attracted. Krishna done this, Krishna did that, Krishna did that, Krishna did that. Wow, it's so great. Just by hearing, she fell in love with Krishna. So this is self-surrender. She gave up her everything, her kingdom, her brother, affection of her brother, everything for the sake of Krishna. And only wanted to marry Krishna, no one else. She said, if I will, Krishna, if you will not come and accept me, then Rukmani will not live, will not, yeah, Rukmani will die without you. So self Atmanivedan is there, but mixed with Madhurya Bhav. Bali Maharaj Atmanivedan is neutral. That's comparative study. As I said many times, when we are doing comparative study, we are not minimizing someone's glories, but highlighting the facts and the tattvas. Bali Maharaj Atmanivedan neutral. Rukmani Atmanivedan in Madhurya Ras. But that's Dwarika. If we go to Vrindavan Atmanivedan, we need another 1 hour for that. So this Atmanivedan comes to end in extreme where? At the lotus feet of Radharani, which make Krishna so restless that he has to chant, 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 chant the Radha name. Krishna is chanting Radhe, 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 Radhe. See, I started singing this, chant, 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 and now I sing some ISKCON devotees also start chanting this. They are, no problem, we are one family, it doesn't matter. I have no objection in that. So with Krishna it's different. Chant, 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 chant Radha name. He's always chanting Radharani's name. Imagine. Even Atmanivedan, the word self-surrender takes shelter of Radharani. Not that Radharani has self-surrender to Krishna. The self-surrender of Krishna, Atmanivedan, Krishna's Atmanivedan to the lotus feet of Radharani. What's that verse? Anything like Smaragala Khandanam, Mama Shirasi Mandanam, Dehi Pad Pallavudaram. When Krishna plays his peacock feather and his foot at the lotus feet of Radharani. That's Atmanivedan. That's Atmanivedan of Krishna. And with folded hands, Krishna said, I cannot repay your love. Na pareham. Na pare hum nirvadyu samijam. I cannot repay your love. I cannot repay your love. I cannot repay your love. Because Radhe, your Atma Nivedan. I cannot say your Atma Nivedan, but Atma Nivedan, the self surrender, have taken shelter of your feet. And where that Atma Nivedan have taken shelter of your feet, I also want to place myself at the same feet so that I can understand this language of Atma Nivedan. Okay, otherwise I'll just keep on speaking. Time is over. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, whatever I have belongs to him. Who can say this? Manas Deha Geha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur teaching to us that this is how we have to perform our Atma Nivedan, surrendering everything. Whatever I have belongs to him. But who can say this? Radharani. It is not mine. Nothing is mine. I'm not mine either. I'm his for him to enjoy. This is Atma Nivedan. So the Atma Nivedan of Radharani for Krishna, this is what we can, but we can also understand in a more higher sense. Krishna saying this to Radharani, whatever I have belongs to you, belongs to her. It is not mine because Krishna is made of Satchit Ananda, right? Who is Ananda here? Radharani. If we subtract Ananda from Satchit Ananda, what left? Satchit, that's all. But Krishna is incomplete without that word Ananda. Incomplete. Radha ke bina Krishna Ada. So it is not mine. I'm not mine either. I'm I'm for her. I'm for her. This is Atmanvedana. If one follows the process comprised of these five limbs, he will quickly attain perfection in chanting his mantras. That's why we need to know Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. What I said is not from something I just fabricated. I gave evidences from Chaitanya Chaitamrit, from Rupa Goswami, Jeev Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. All these evidences where Krishna is submissive to Radharani. Anukula Nayak, submission to Radharani. That's our aim and object to attain that what? The service of the lotus feet of Radharani, Radha Dasyam. And this is what our Gurudev, Shishimad Bhakti Vedant, Narayan Goswami Maharaj, preached, practiced to show us and preach to everyone in the entire world so that we can develop this lolyam, this greed, so that we can understand this Atma Nivedan self surrender. So, one day in any one lifetime, that's going to be our perfection. And nothing is mine and everything is yours, Krishna. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki Jai.